What's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel, Life with Estes. In today's video we're going to be sawing up some red oak. As you can see, I already squared up this red oak log here. These are the boards that I got, that I should be able to get 1x6s out of these boards already during the process of squaring up this log. It had a kind of split down the side, so it was kind of a weird board. So I will show you the whole process though from start to finish in a time lapse as I cut up one of those red oak logs over there. But let's get to it and finish cutting this one up. I'm going to cut it down to I think this is a 14x6, and then I'll cut 14 1x6s from the final log. I was able to get 2 more 1x14s out of that log here, which I'll be able to get 2 1x6s out of each of those, and that left me with a 14x6 beam basically. So 14x6. So now I can just run the sawmill down through this, and I'll end up with 14 1x6s. So I ended up with those 14 1x6 boards here from that beam that I showed you. They are just over 7 feet, but I'll probably cut them down to about 80 inches when I'm installing them in the house. That'll work with 16-inch on center studs. And then by the time I cut up these wider boards on the bottom through the edger, so I'll run them through the edger. Once I do that, I think I'll end up with about 25 1x6 boards out of that log. I'm not going to run the edger though until I cut up at least one of these 2 red oak logs here. That way I can just run them all through the edger at the same time, and I'm not having to uncover and recover the edger.
over the edge. Feel like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Fearless.
after I ran everything through the edger, I ended up with about 175 square feet of red oak. Some of the boards are 8 feet. The majority of the boards are just over 7 feet. But I'll show y'all what the garage is starting to look like. We're getting a lot of, we have a lot of wood stacked up in there. Also, what I started doing with the edger is just running some boards through to create some 1.5 inch boards. So 1 inch by 1.5. And then I can just chop those up for my stays to save me a little bit of time, not having to go back and do 2 cuts with the table saw. So here's all the lumber stacked up in the shop. So again, the back rows, is white oak back here, and then also back here behind this stack, there's another stack of white oak. And then this stack and these 2 stacks are all red oak. So as of now, we got about 2,250 square feet of red and white oak. So been a little bit busy sawing up.